It's not bad to die sometimes.
Meanwhile,
Hi guys, hello, how are you doing? How you doing, Rebel Claws abuser? How are you doing? How are you doing, man? Hey buddy, how does it feel to get one-shotted by baby bunny girl? I didn't even cast a single skill on Isakil and just leave my baby bunny girl to one-shot. I didn't even use Isakil dive. Because I don't need to. I don't need to press that Isakil S2 to kill you. That's how pathetic you are. That is, if you're watching me streaming and attempt to snipe me, you deserve to be I deserve to be toxic against you.
many months later.
Let me just start. So if it's like saying on KR, if it's not
If it's not Luna, I'm not interested.
right
I'm a
out,
very simple man.
right out of my tongue. Yeah, okay. So that was all about Dota earlier. Okay, so we are going to start. You ready, my bro?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Ooh, let me just scroll down a little bit here. To private chat. So yeah, guys. So I am James Ray. Fudge, my intro. Okay, again. Bloopers. Oh god, I hate myself. Okay, why is my S with H now? Whatever, bloopers again. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay, guys, this is James Ray together with my friend here, Marco. Paul Marca. The washed up, he has so many names on Discord, by the way. Like Vestur.
Hey
right?
guys, I'm Paul Marco. You can call me Marco. I've been playing King's Raid for I think more than 3 years or maybe 4 years. I mean, it's been quite a while, like 2017, and I both love this game and yet I hate this game with a special passion.
And by the way, guys, this guy is the Malding King for some reason. He is called.
I'm.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Can you tell me why you have been called the Mald guy or always Malding guy for some reason? And I like inherited that kind of term for you and I called you the Malding King.
Well, let's say I did Twitch. I haven't been doing Twitch for a year or two for a while, and it was like, how should I say? I am very passionate with the game. I'm super passionate. I mean, even today, when the fact that I still scolding the hell out of Vespa for their extremely questionable, unprofessional, unreliable, and their stupidity. Yeah. Even after all that, I still I think it's all came from my passion. Actually, it's mostly my passion. I would dare say.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna do some mutes on some of those words. There's like one mute already. Oh my god! You're gonna hear a lot of on this recording, but yeah. So why are we here? That is the big question, right? So Marco is here. This has been a big project of me since the beginning when I was still like a pleb in Twitch. And yeah, most of you guys are in my Discord. Twitch decided to give me the middle finger because I'm a bot. For some freaking reason, right? Well, we're just gonna continue. Life goes on, and F this life, right? See, I'm using the F word instead of the Malding word, full word. You know?
Oh man, are you talking about the dropping bunch of F-bombs? I'm very professional at it. I'm more professional than Vespa.
Oh god.
Try me.
Oh god, you know that I'm gonna in this intro I'm gonna put something about you mounting all over us. Oh god.
God damn
Oh,
it.
this is gonna be a good first video of my interviews with other players. I hope I can get interviewed with like Tue, Flynn in the future. We'll never know. But I did try about shout out to Gwyn, right? To Gwyn, still one of my uh, respected Twitch streamer and the one who encouraged me and inspired me to do Jane DPS. And now I'm like screwed for PvE because I had only DPS as Jane. Fuck!
Yep.
Never mind that.
Yep.
Yeah, but shout out to Gwyn. I did actually started to be the first video would be also Gwyn, but it's not he rejected it. He just don't want to be any part of King's Raid anymore. He just move on. I think that's how life goes on, right? We just move on and grew up to a game. That's it.
He just move on because there's really nothing interesting for him. I mean, especially no content. It means, and yet
he got burnt out.
Yeah, a lot.
True. So yeah, again with the big question, why is he here, or why is Marco here, or why am I doing this? So this is called the King's Raid interview about the game. Oh my god, and we're gonna start with the Malding King himself. Oh gosh, this is gonna be hard.
Well, since when did I get the Malding King? But whatever, guys. You guys, I'm very well known for Malding. You can try me.
Oh.
Ask me any question. It's called AMA, baby.
Okay, here we go. So, yeah, so I still don't know what to call this video. So I'm gonna title maybe Marco to be like the King of Malding. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
come
gonna
on.
be- Yeah. And then on this,
I'm
and then on-
king.
and then on Discord, your name is gonna be changed for sure.
God.
Oh, there's another beef. There's another beef. So yeah, just kidding. Okay, we'll start off with the first question. Okay, so we have already have here Marco as also a main of Luna, right?
Yes.
So why Luna?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I can give you 100 reasons why I like Luna.
Here we go, guys. Man of culture.
Okay, first thing, she's cute. She's a bunny. She's giving that bubbly vibe that's very energetic. I really like her, and she's small too. And she's cute again. And
Okay,
what
about Philip? He's small.
Oh, Philip is okay.
What?
I don't hate him, but I don't hate him, but he's like that bro that hangs out with you.
Okay, I get it. This guy is man of culture. I told you guys. So, okay, next question would be that you are a Luna main, right? What is the best part of being a Luna main?
Oh, being the best part as a Luna main, it's mostly about how you improve your DPS. If you're in PvE, you improve your DPS. You're trying to strive and trying to make her a bit stronger than what she's supposed to be. Trying to break the limits instead of using some Mr. Rebel class. I try not to swear as much as I can.
He's really restricting himself. For sure.
I'm restricting my swearing power, man.
I believe you there, but you're gonna go all out after a few more questions. Believe me.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
okay.
Jan.
So it's okay. So if then you're looking at the game, most people are using meta, what they call meta hero. I mean, Vespa has been releasing a lot of OP hero, but I'm not going to talk about that for now. I'm talking about what I feel about as a Luna main. As a Luna main, I'm very proud of it. I strive to get stronger, and I try to use her in PvP as well. I mean, I used to be a PvE, and then I stepped into League of Honor, and And then I find myself became a PvP player for some reason while using PvE heroes. That's where the fun part starts.
Okay, so actually becoming a Luna main, I think, if I'm correct, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a Luna main. It, it, I think it depends on how she is positioned and the way she is farther, the more damage she does, right?
The further she is, the further she does. So if there's enemy getting closer to her, it means she doesn't really do as much damage. So she has that kind of weakness. But the thing about Luna is she's a very simple hero who can actually perform on both content, and she's not like super good comparing to most of the hero who can perform like excellent or above S, like whatever you rank like triple S or S. So she's nowhere there, but I will rank her A at least. Like she's good at any content, but she's pretty good. She's not bad. She's pretty good, and she needs a partner, and that's where Valence came and actually helped her out. So her DPS just soared up sky high. Yeah, balance, because
it's balance. Balance.
Balance, representation, representation of Vespa with the V that says balance, but they're supposed to be named the B for B. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that is very soggy. Yeah, so that is. I told you guys this is gonna be like a lot of content for me for today, and he's gonna make me hard on editing those beeping sounds.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's okay. Maybe I'm gonna put in Simpsons down. Yeah, that's better. right. I hope I don't get copyrighted. YouTube, I'm looking at you.
Yep.
Okay, so we are done with a little bit of Luna. Okay, let's go way back, season 1. What was your favorite comp with Luna back then?
My favorite comp with Luna back then, I think you will be surprised yourself. I mean, the real reason why the game got me in here is Jane.
Okay, this is finished. We're done. Done with the interview. Okay, done. Let's wrap this up.
What?
Okay.
Oh, come on, man.
No more Malding. Let's go. I'm going to have fun editing this. Okay. Yeah. So why Jay? Oh wait. The suicide thing?
I actually play. Okay, just my very old comp actually comes with Cassell, obviously, because I like the main character since from the very start, just like actual Cassell man, instead of like suddenly seeing him buff and let's abuse him. And Luna, obviously, Jane, because I find it pretty interesting. And yeah, because of my preference, for she's within my preference zone for some reason. And Refi.
Oh, that's actually a good comp. There's like a diver / warrior, right? And I think if you all remember, guys, if you're like a veteran player, like or just on boomer player, is that a good word? Sorry, I'm gonna mute that. So like boomer player, like a veteran player or old player, right, from KR, you'll remember that Castle was not that good at all. Not that good, but he does perform what he does best with dodging, right?
Yes, before back then when his dodge actually does damage. For every time he dodge, he do damage around him.
True.
Only around him, but not to the extent of like super far apart, like Rebel. I mean Kloss, whatever the name is.
Who's that again? Sorry. I coughed.
Yep, I'm talking about Rebel Kloss.
Yeah. The brother of Castle.
Yeah, but Cassell actually relies on his dodge as well as his S3, which happens to make him CC immune to everything. That's what's so satisfying about him. You're immune to any CC, and it feels so good. You just pounding your enemy pretty hard.
and
everywhere.
dangerous. He's like doing Matrix all over the place. You know, when he
He's
when,
not just doing Matrix. I mean, the combat is so satisfying. I mean, if you see every video about Cassio 3 years ago, you see the satisfaction.
True, true. Like 1v4ing, like legit only him. Like
Yes.
there's only a YouTube. If you still search Castle DPS PvP, there's this guy that went to, I think, from Diamond to, I think Diamond. I don't know, but I think it's from Platinum to Diamond with just Castle. That was
Mhm.
season one. That was just season one Castle, bro. He can 1v4, and back then when going to Diamond was still a thing. Like it was the highest like thing, right? Before Masters, right? If you are in Diamond, you're already considered like a good player, right? I mean like this guy literally goes like I think Soul Spring Water just to activate S3 instantly.
Damn.
That's it. And the Soul Spring Water I think was just like 2-star, or maybe like he was running like Lion and also like any attack speed with a lot of MP per attack just to activate that S3, and he can 1v4 anyone. That's how broken he was back then, right?
I wouldn't say broken. I mean, there are actually heroes far more broken. Cassell is fun, but back then the broken heroes are actually the archers. The archers are actually broken. We're talking about Demile, we're talking about Pavel, and back then we have
Luna.
Aisha as well, because she kind of like she can actually abuse the time slot system. I mean, if you notice, every time your hero casts a spell, there is a pause. There is a pause for them to pause some skill with it for that 1 second. But nowadays it just doesn't. It's just super quick cast.
Yeah,
That's it. So
I think Vespa changed that. I don't know how they did it, but it's like an animation when every skill activates like a preview, like split second, like toot, like you know, it's like an iframe for some reason, you know. But
yeah, it's kind of like an iframe, but it's not really iframe. I mean, Aisha back then can abuse a laser. She stops the time like Zawarador for that 1 second. Yeah, fire my laser! And that's all it takes so she can clear every single hero. That 1 button, it actually annoys me.
But compare that to like if you cast Luna's S2, I think the big carrot, you're just wiped out.
Oh, back then it's just S1 actually. Luna has a perk back then. Yeah, Luna has a perk back then that increases her S1 damage by 40%. And mind you, there is no UT back then. We don't have unit treasures.
That's true.
We don't have unit treasures back then. So there's a lot of epics just one-shotting everyone.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Arch one-shotting everyone. And even Demile or Pavel say, you cannot escape from my area. S3, everyone dies.
I mean like...
And Luna...
Oh my god, yeah.
Everyone hates her way back then, but I fell in love with her the first time I saw her. I would have been a Cleo main if it wasn't for...
Really?
Yeah, I like Cleo. I mean, if you look at Cleo, she has that energetic attitude. I really like her.
Lollies.
Oh, come on.
No, well, Cleo is not... Is she a lolly? Could be.
Kinda. She's like 15.
Oh no! Okay. So we are done with that. So next question would be this would be like a personal level. I know it's gonna be like all around because it's so random. When did you start playing King's Raid?
Oh, when did I start? I think it's around 2017. 2017, I actually logged in for 1 day, but I just never came back. And then I think it's around June or May, maybe. June or May 2017.
Ooh, so you started first. Oh no, maybe I started first because I started around April 2017.
I think I'm around May or June because that was like 100 days celebration from Vespa.
Yeah, so yeah, so you started first then. Right? Because you said
maybe there is a 100 days of celebration at the time.
Wait, am I stupid? What's first, April or May? April, right?
April. Most people started with April for those who need to restart. But I started around May or June.
But I started at April 24th. I still remember. I don't know. I have
I
to look
cannot
at
really
it.
remember the exact timing.
Yeah, I think I remember that I quit my first job. That's why I
Oh,
remember it because my first job was so toxic and I was playing King's Raid while working. So yeah, so we started at the same era, right? Because you already know the toxic comms, the Baudin, Leo, the Maria, what you call Maria, Pavel,
oh,
and the
bro,
Miguel
I've
comms.
been through a lot of shit, man.
Oh
I've
my
been
goodness, the Suicide
quit.
Jane comms. Oh my god. Oh, that was back
Oh,
then. That was so back
that
then.
was that was just as bad actually because that was actually just as bad. But at the very least, Vespa are actually competent enough to balance them.
Mm.
That was way back. 2017 Vespa. I'm going to tell you guys. 2017 Vespa and 2000 mid around until mid somewhere 2018.
To 19, right?
Those
Like
Vespa
that.
are like the best in the world. Those are
Yeah.
best. They didn't get the awards for absolutely nothing.
Until Soul Weapon came out.
I mean,
Just kidding.
yep.
Everything went to
Pansy.
shambles.
Freaking pansies.
And then okay, let's start. Okay, let's just go to the next question. This is gonna get interesting. Okay, good. Okay, so you started at 2017 of like May to April, so we're like in the base area of where I started to. Okay, next, name your top 3 heroes and why. Ooh,
Oh, top 3 in terms of who I like or in
mhm.
terms of power strength?
Like, of course it's like because if we're just gonna go with fire strength, it's gonna be the meta ones.
Okay, this is going to be a tough one there because there's so many choices. Of course, Luna is number 1. As for
Sure.
the other two, and as for the other two,
Let me guess. Is it gonna be about boobies or is it gonna be like lolis? Okay.
Level is definitely second.
I
I'm not
knew
gonna
it.
lie. I'm not gonna.
I
Level is second.
oh,
I cannot pick a third one. I'll be honest. I cannot pick a third one because it's either. I mean, oh, but then again, I would say even over the other two lolis, I would say Bernheim is number 3.
Ooh. Wow, that's unexpected. That
I
is
mean,
unexpected.
yes,
Uh-huh.
Bernheim. I mean, I fell in love with Bernheim that moment when he got released, and he's like a badass with big magic daddy, big giant sword shot out of your eye. All about Dark Knight, man.
Yeah.
Freaking Dark Knight.
And actually, when he first came out, I had this vibe of Berserk of Guts.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
have the same feeling.
And it's so awesome. If you hear something in the background, that's my grandma.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, so why I already know why Lavril because it's already in my head. Who's gonna he picking as another loli? For sure it's gonna be Lavril. Or it's gonna be Cleo, and I never expected that you said you were gonna be a Cleo main before. So wow, I was really
I would have been a Cleo main, but I haven't raised her just as much because there are other lolis that is above her.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
you have of course, Your Majesty is Luna. The second one is Lavril, which is like, I was like, oh my gosh, if this is top 2, I'm just gonna be so freaking like won a lotto. And I did. I'm gonna beat that so loud, like no.
I mean, it's kind of obvious for everyone. You know me.
This guy. Okay. So Bernheim was really unexpected. I didn't unexpected Bernheim. So just a quick comment about Bernheim is like he's like a combination of Berserk he's a combination from Berserk, who is Guts, right? The way his armor when he's going is it like Nightmare or Berserk? The Berserker armor, right? And
Nightmare. That looks like a Nightmare armor from
also
Soul
like
Calibur.
yeah, also like that.
Yeah.
I was Nightmare, Berserk, and then from Fate Zero, a black Berserker or black Berserker, Lancelot?
I don't know about Fate though, so but
Yeah, it's okay. It's
I
okay.
know for certain. He is from those two categories. He's like a combination of gods and nightmare,
True.
and I really fell in love, man. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, he's a big man, and I'm supposed to into the lollies, but this big freaking man is like, oh yeah.
Nice.
Okay. How about Mama Likil?
Uh, no.
Okay, next topic. Okay, we're done there. Okay, we're gonna go there too. Okay, let's do this quick. Okay, the next one will be, what was the best experience that you had playing King's Raid? Ooh, this is gonna be specific.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to start with history to history right now. My very first achievement. I mean, if you have seen my Reddit post before, I actually achieved 1 trillion. It's not much nowadays in Xanadu, that is World Boss
Oh
Tree,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's one of my best achievement back then, and that was a time when there's not other heroes that really power creep at the time, but
Mhm.
it was a good time.
Mm,
And
it was Luna.
yeah, it's Luna. It's Luna herself, and I achieved it. And
Wow.
this another achievement. I actually get to a challenger that one time
Mhm.
with Luna, Bernheim, and Kibera back then.
Ooh, that's
Luna,
already like.
Bernheim, Kibera, and I think I've kind of forget it. I think it's Bao. I think Bao is the last one.
Of course. Of course.
Oh come on! Well, I mean, if I like Lolis, why not the daddies as?
Mm. Okay. So yeah, so achievements was for you is like the best experience that you had for King's Raid.
Oh, there's a lot more. If I was to say best experience, it's definitely League of Honor. That's what really brings me the passion. I mean, it was a time when Sonya, Damia Meta just came.
Ooh.
There was a time when there wasn't a single soul weapon back then. There's no soul weapon. It's just hero suppression and hero protection armor. And I actually bring out my Annette, one of my other favorite girl, and my counter. I bring in Lavro. I even bring in Lavro as well. Bring Bernheim, Lavro, Annette, Luna,
That is a weird
Kibera. And that is a weird comp. It's a very unusual comp back then. But
Unpredictable
that is the time when I can get to play any heroes I love, and it still work.
And I think back then there was no restraint about meta heroes too.
Yeah,
They're like a little, there's a little bit, right? Little bit meta, but
there
you
is
can
a
still
little
counter.
bit.
You can still
Yeah,
counter it.
yes, you can still counter. It's not like 100% no counter, zero counter, but it's still good. And I think Bernheim actually makes it one of my best achievement in the world. Like I scream out of my lungs fighting against Estonia and the Masprog, and he's just fighting his way, trying to 3v1, and he just slam it, win. I scream my lungs out. That was the biggest scream I ever done.
I remember the Golden Mask.
Yeah, the Golden Mask Bernheim. That
I need to find that
so good. That
Oh.
was the time he actually does damage.
But he still does, right? He's just too weak for the meta today.
He's weak for the meta today, but he's more like his strength gradually gets stronger as the time passes.
Yeah.
So
he needs like, a little bit of survivability.
Yeah, he needs survivability as well as very reliable healers. He needs healers 100%.
True. So yeah, I guess that's it for the experience category. Of course, there's like so many more you can just say, but I think you already said about like world boss content, the LOH content, which is like where you shine. So we're gonna speak about that later. Talk about that later too, where all the
Yep.
modding will get. Pretty spicy. Oh
Yep.
god, my editing. Ugh. Just kidding. Okay, so this is about events in King's Raid. Okay, did you like events of King's Raid back then and now? What is that?
Okay, I would have split up back then and now because because Vespa keeps recycling all the events over and over again, it actually annoys me. You as a professional company, you're not supposed to be like recycle for 2 straight years.
Or like being
But
redundant.
end of my rant, I'm going to say one of my favorite. If we're talking about way back in the past, I would say it's definitely the beachside event. That was actually the funniest event that I loved so much way back in 2018. I think it's a 2018 event or 2019. I kind of forget.
Was
Where
that?
everyone just was that was the event that Scarlett trying to investigate if everyone is having fun during the beach event.
Yeah,
That was
that's it.
actually
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, that's it. There's actually a little story about it too. It's like a little lore about why they're doing it.
Yeah, there is a small lore, but it's more fun than lore. I mean, it's unlike all the side story that Vespa released in the middle. Like, yeah, here we are. We release Isaiah and story. That man, I'm not really interested in story. I want some fun, not some stupid edgelord stuff. And that's what most people are into. I hate edgelords.
Okay, I see. Okay, control, my bro. Control.
Okay. And
he's
as
doing
for as for the one that is pretty recently, it's definitely the muscle event. The one where there's Yane, Gao, and Thriller trying to fight for the muscle cup.
Oh my god.
Oh man, cherry on top. I know who the winner is. That was a cherry on the top. I love it.
It's so hilarious, and it's also like, yeah, it's also a beach contest, right? It's like a beachside story event.
It is a beachside story,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they mix
yeah.
up. I mean, it's fun. It's actually fun. For the first freaking 2 years of my life spent in this wasted game, they actually make the event fun. That's what you're supposed to make. Fun event.
True, and like something that can interact with other people. Like, oh, it's not my main, it's not my heroes, but if you look at the story of the event, it's so hilarious. Like they're like flexing their bodies, especially Gao.
Oh man, that
Oh
was
my
so funny. I love it.
He's
I
like-
actually love it.
Yeah, he's like flexing like to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something.
Yep.
It was so hilarious. It was so hilarious. Even like, yeah, I think, was there like something like on their, like they're like racing on their heads? Was it like that? Something like that? So hilarious. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh man, I love how Luna is very involved with Yane. Because she's best friend with Yane.
Wait, they are? Are they best friends?
They are. Even during Luna's birthday event, Yane was loose for the giant camera's present.
Oh, okay, that's why. I didn't kind of read that, but ooh, Luna. That's why you have to main your things. Like you should know about certain things, little details too. Yep.
That's how I I know everything about Luna.
Everything.
Literally everything.
FBI.
Even her items. Even her items. Even the description. I'm that kind of maniac, man.
Do you have the lolly pass?
What?
Do you have? he got like he buffered like what? Alright, I'm just gonna shut up now with that lolly pass. Okay. Next question. Okay. How about in like the real event? If you remember the Lala event, what's your comment on that?
Lala event, it looks like fun to me. I mean, I never joined the Lala, but from how people say, from how the way Vespa holding the event on NA, they actually looks like a lot of fun. Judging by most of the player that's actually satisfied with the offline event, the Lala event. That's one. I mean, that's what you're supposed to be. You make the game fun. You interact with the players, fun.
And I remember
even before the Lala raid, there's a Singapore event. There's a Singapore event that is actually fun. People actually having fun. Like it's warms me to look at it. And meanwhile, you have a Japan that looks like the quietest thing in the world. You might as well be inside the vacuum.
and and pretty much like most of the persons in that event are also in our Discord, right? Like most of them. Like I think yeah, most of them, right? Yeah, most of them are.
Most of them.
Yeah, it's like fun and like oh wait,
Maybe
it's
not Flynn. Flynn went there. Trevor went there before.
And I was like surprised. Wait, that's you? And then special mention Dex. Wait, is
Dex
that
was there.
Dex?
Dex,
What the frick? Like oh my gosh. Wait, I think Dex was there, right? Yeah, that Dex was
Dex
there.
was
and,
there.
Yeah,
Yes, he
and
even
Lefty was there
Steve.
too. Yeah. Shout out to Lefty too. There's so many person. Was Guilty there too? I know for sure Guilty was there.
Guilty was there. Guilty was there as well.
Yeah, I think he is. But I'm gonna get punched by Guilty. Ah! yeah. Okay, so we are done with the event about offline and online events. Oh, excuse me again for like 30 seconds. I'm gonna go to my grandma just a sec. Pause. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. So, okay, so we're gonna go back again with some King's Raid topics, and the next question would be is was there this is where you're gonna mod for sure. Was there any issues, there we go, regarding playstyle, storytelling, gameplay, etc. about the game so far? Uh-oh.
Okay, let me start with something positive for once. The story is really good. I'm not gonna kidding. The story is good, and then there is a Tio sub story. Yeah, I literally feel like that Tio sub story is only for fan service purpose. There's no the story just doesn't really get my attention in comparison to the way how Vespa actually made a good story with Cassel's story. But if we're talking about storytelling, which they are so proud of and say they are coming in King's Raid 2, that kind of story, I'll be honest, I'm not really into the military type kind of story. It's like military story, not my thing. They all talk about something overly serious, and then it's not about adventure like what Cassels and his friends does. I mean, from chapter 1 to chapters, I mean, it may look bland for most of the people, but it's not as bland as anime at least.
I agree.
I mean, at least they actually put out some good story, like how Cassel meeting all the good friends, and how he get those pressure. He's under pressure of being the holy warrior, and all that. I love it. The adventure stuff. And then the story got even better. That moment he becomes the Dark Lord. I mean, that was a very unexpected turn. For real, it's very unexpected. So I really like the story.
Yeah. So for the viewers, like if I have viewers, like Keck because of Twitch. Just kidding aside, because if you are like playing King's Raid just for like rushing things to get to chapter 9, to get to chapter 10, to get Galgoria or like the new Technomagic gear, if you are into content like anime style like ish content story, right? It's something like that. It's really good. It's really good.
It's really good. The graphics, they actually, graphic is another reason why King's Raid is really good. They outdone themselves. I mean, it's very high quality too.
The cinematics.
Not even kidding. It's not like all those typical cheapies you see in almost every gacha games. And to other positive stuff, I could say it's you can actually unlock character whichever you want without actually trying your luck. Like, oh no, 5% chance. Oh no, Genshin 0.6%. How do I get the pity system? It doesn't work that way. The only gacha system that doesn't really relate to character is definitely the equipment.
Yeah, true. And
it's just equipment. Even equipment is kind of easy to get.
Yes, that's true. I agree to that, 100%.
And in another positive light, I would say it may be, in my point of view, it's a bright fest. Vespa desperately trying to make us stay inside the game
Mhm.
because their game got really out of control with all the things. But I'll talk about that later.
Okay,
But
okay.
even with all that said, Vespa is actually the most generous company I've ever seen. Other than that,
Actually.
that they are. But then I'll be honest. In 2019, they're not being generous. They're being super stingy. The reward is so bad. It's like only the whales who use a lot of their money to actually get what they want. I mean, it's so bad before they actually revamp the reward system.
That's true. Even like coming back to the game after like a months or years, you'll have ton of freebies. Like what? Right?
Yeah, they are very newbie friendly. They are extremely newbie friendly. That's the good thing about Vespa. I would say in the positive light at least.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, but although in my point of view, it's just a bribery. Like, hey kid, you want some goods? Here,
There's some
I want you
lollipops.
to get to taste it out. Oh yeah, you will feel so good. You would never ever go without it. And thus the breakfast. Or I prefer to call it the drugs.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Oh, by the way, so
That's
before you continue with the bad side, I just want to shout out to Tue or Twibi. Actually, if you
Mhm.
are going for the start of the game of King's Raid, you go head out to just find Twibi, TWEBHIEE, right? Twibi, and you will find a ton of very friendly mechanics to start on, and it's very easy because this game, like I tell you, and like Marco told you, it's very generous. You'll never run out of rubies, actually, right? That's true.
You will run out of rubies if you're a veteran, but if you're a newbie who just really doesn't care, who just want to have fun, who
Mm-hmm.
just like doing for the sake of the heroes, like hey, I did pretty good. Oh my, I did 1 trillion damage for the first time. I feel good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe improve yourself, maybe building your comps. It's all about building comps and building items, maximize your potential, and it feels very good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's so good about the game. It's called progress.
That's true. And the mix of like 8 heroes on the later contents, bro, you're gonna run out of your freaking mind. Like this, the combination that you can put in, like the synergies. We'll talk about that later. Are you
We
ready
talk
for the?
about yeah, but
Mhm.
yeah. So I'm just going to say this in positive light. I mean, I've been playing a lot, like a lot of gacha games,
Mhm.
and and I never thought I would be saying this, but even compared to Brave Frontier, one of the games I
Oh my
played
god.
before,
Me too.
this this game really makes me stuck in this game
Mhm.
for the past 4 years.
Me too. Hi. Mhm. And now, are you ready for the bad side? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I hope so.
Okay, let
Where
me
do you
drink
want?
my water a bit.
Uh, okay. Where will you start off? I wonder. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna let you pick one of the three bets I'm
Okay.
going to mention about
Hmm.
box, balance, and community. Pick one.
I'll go with the community first. I'm so curious. Community.
Okay, okay, I'm going to start off with the community because it's not really that moldy. I'm gonna not gonna speak that in a moldy way, but I'm going to
Hmm.
speak the community bit. In general, community it's kind of well sad. I would say sad to put it
Mm.
that way. I mean,
Okay.
almost 90% of
Oh God.
people from how I see
Hmm.
actually doesn't care about the hero, but to maximize their damage.
Hmm. Damn.
Yeah, yeah. The rest of 10%, which is like me, but I'm very sad to say I have joined the dark side as well. To
Okay.
say to say they only play with the favorite heroes like how I love to play Luna all the time, trying to maximize the damage, trying to beat every content that I can see.
Hmm.
That's how you improve. That's how you play the game, and you actually have fun. for yourself. And then you have the people who's like randomly flexing with their most broken hero in the game, like Rebel Claws, for example, Gramory, Lucy Q, along with another release character that is super broken, the Valence. And then you know what they say? Rebel Claws is my husband though. Oh, Gramory is my waifu. Oh, so you didn't really care about the other heroes, and even there are some mains like Surya mains and Chase main. Those two are actually just as annoying.
Oh god.
I mean, even with the buffs, man, they get the buffs and you still complain.
That's
And
true.
then what really pissed me off further is they proceed to flex. That's right. You get the buff. I mean, even without the buff, they still maximize their potential like it was nothing. Faster than my Luna by like 1 minute. If you're fighting, happen to be fighting the very old content where you have to fight DLK and Fallen Frey in that particular mode, he does it fast
That's
and
true.
stable too. Like that really pissed me off. Like people flexing on their heroes with their heroes, and yet they want the buff. That really pissed me off. And in 4 years of my life, I only speak of wanting the Luna buff 3 times. I only say 3 times. And mind you, these people only say constantly, like Rodina buffs when, Chase buffs when. Where's my Tio buff? Where's my Arch buff? Where's my Syria buff? This
I feel
hero,
bad for Dio.
it are clearly strong enough to actually clear content, do
That's true.
damage,
That's true.
and do everything better than Luna. I would dare say, I will fucking dare you to try ask me if you have ever seen a Luna clear in without Valence. I dare you to tell me if you have any seen Luna clear in Sky Trial 10 without Valence.
That's a dare.
Yeah, that's fair. Try that, man. Try that without Valence, with Luna being a sole damage dealer.
Soul, so
I
just
barely
one
survived
damage
Sky 8 without any with Kibera and Luna alone, and while playing with Audi and Annette. That's it. That was a time when Estelle wasn't even released, as well as Valence. Try that. Try clear that with Sky. Try clear that Sky Trial 10. You will understand Luna's weakness. I dare you.
Yeah. So
And there's the people who be like, oh no, Sarah needs both. I cannot kill anything. She has free in no defense, for God's sake. One, she has free in no defense. Two, she does a ton of damage and pretty decent. Even Shao Apple Green says Sarah is pretty good in all content and rated her S rank.
true, and she has defense ignore, by the way. Low
She has
cooldowns.
defense no, but Sarah takes extra damage. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, I counter that too, like because, I mean, like there's like an additional, like
Damage,
what
and she
there's-
cannot block as well.
That's
she
true.
cannot block, and she takes the additional damage, but she gets away with free. That means she can free all her crit state and
Yeah.
put it apply to either HP, dodge, or everything else pretty defensive other than blocks.
And mind you, right? I mean, like, speaking like serious. Well, I don't know if we're gonna put her in the broken state because you still have 2 questions. But let me just be clear that Saria, even though she takes increased damage, right, bro? If you're talking about just PvP alone, there's like so many supports that can keep her alive. Right?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you whining about, right? Like, if you're just as, I mean, like, if you're just as like salty against DLK, Rebel Claws, Lucy Kill openers, like, or maybe like, what do you call this? Like a Uria, right? Oh my God, Uria
Yeah,
Claws.
those things. Yeah, we
you-
have the right to complain. I mean, we all know that. But
Yeah.
some uncommon heroes like Surya, for example,
That's
even
true.
Chase, they are pretty strong already.
Yeah,
They are far too strong.
it's just like very hard to make a team around them. But if you see how they work, and if you can make it work, they can literally like take on an entire team. just make them survive. That's it. Chase alone is another good example of like having a good healer or just something that can support him. And even Tue on his side, even though Tue is a Chase main, he's not refusing to use Chase, right? He knows it better than anyone because he's not for the content. He's not for the meta today. He knows it better than anyone. But if you can make it work, you know how to like be flexible, right? But,
Yeah, you can be flexible. It depends from person to person.
Yeah. So, topic aside that, so yeah.
I mean, basically, I'm talking about the community, man. Most of the community that are pretty. I mean, if I want to say bluntly, 50% of the community are brain dead. 45% just want to be stronger, but because they are free to play, they are pretty much forced to trying to get stronger by playing their unfavorite hero. And 4.9% are actual people who are actual veterans who are skilled enough, know their shit, and know how to counter even the current meta today. And 0.5 and there's 0.1% me.
And in the corner of that
Yep.
percentage, like I'm like the guy who doesn't use meta heroes, except like maybe Shakmi. That's it. Even Shakmi just fallen already out of grace because
I mean, if you actually like the hero, I don't the hero to
yeah.
actually have fun. If you don't have fun, you're playing your unfavorite hero. I mean, we're talking about this is kind of like gacha game, but it's not because you can buy any hero. You can
True.
pick any one of them.
That is true.
102 of them.
And you can just legit get it from instantly, like maybe 2 weeks, like even less right now because of all the previews you get, like constantly too from the game.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we're done with the community. Sorry about that. I'm gonna really receive a lot of dislike for sure. It's okay. But I hope not. Please don't. Please don't. Okay.
I mean, I speak the truth. There's a lot of people not playing the game the way I think it is. I mean, to be fair, and maybe I'm being very, very
Bias.
rude, but I'm seeing a lot of same freaking comps every single day, and they are flexing themselves that I am so skilled. All I take is like just raise the most broken hero in the world and I'm good. But yeah, I mean it is kind of skill. It is necessary for F2Ps. Yes, I understand. You F2Ps have like very, very limited resources and trying to raise. But that makes me a bit upset because the game just is like it's going one way rather than 100 ways. The reason why I love this game is because it can go 100 ways, but now it's just one way nowadays. It's a linear line. It's like either you have rebel claws or you die. That kind of feeling.
It's either if you don't have this, you better not play it.
Yes, that's the kind of thing I'm feeling right now, and that comes to my next bad thing that I'm going to say: the balancing.
Oh, here you go. Let's see.
Okay, how should I say?
Where do you start?
I kind of like understand about when this shitstorm starts with it starts with the community. I'm not going to lie about the community part as well, because it's kind of like the community sport that Vespa downfall at this point. It started with Glady. Remember Glady? He was like the most broken hero back in PvP, right?
Eesh.
Yeah, there was a time even when 0-star Glady out DPS every single one of people who already have 3-star or 4-star.
On World Boss
That
2.
was the World Boss 2, everything. He was like a must. But back then, I mean, I want you guys keep in mind. Back then, Glady is, I mean, NPC item is extremely hard to obtain. It was so hard to get.
Super hard to obtain.
They are super hard to get. You are being very forced to macro and emulator. But remember, guys, back then we don't have auto repeat. We don't have auto repeat back then, so you had to like press start every time, and you are forced to be in the team with 3 people around you,
And in a good
and
field.
then you once you finish it, you craft everything, and you spend an ungodly amount of stamina. Ungodly, I'm not even kidding. Ungodly amount of stamina. I mean, unlike nowadays, we have like because of techno magic, we spend like 130 stamina. Back then, maybe it's like 30, 38 or something. It may looks like nothing to you, but Vespa wasn't generous with stamina back then.
It's true. It's so true. Oh, back then it was so harsh. Not even saying about the old dragon raid. They don't know that, but yeah, they don't
But
know
yeah,
the feeling. Even the chapters, right? The chapter, the chapters.
yeah.
So
I mean, I
harsh.
get it. People work that super, super, super hard to
Mhm.
get that unique weapon. And there was a time without unique treasure. Keep in mind, there's no unique treasure back then.
Mhm.
There's no weapon, there's no unique treasure. It's just unique weapon itself. Easy.
That's it.
And getting that is actually difficult, especially when you also have to pass Jin's trial. Yes, the biggest trial in this game. That's called Jin. I want to punch his fucking face for failing all my items, even.
I know.
Yeah,
That feeling.
you guys, you guys know how it feels, but okay, let me continue it. So Glady is so overpowered, Vespa decided to nerf him. They actually nerf him, so he lost like around
Majority.
around 35% or 50%, I don't know, but the damage loss is pretty huge.
It's huge, very huge. Like
It's very huge, so it upsets the player.
very
And there's mass refunding on Vespa, and so Vespa actually kind of screw it up. But then again, I mean, it's kind of like 10% the community's fault, but 90% goes to Vespa anyway. The reason why I say it's community's fault is because they're refunding pretty hard. That Vespa decided they are way too scared to balance anyone at that point.
But
I mean, then again, Vespa could have like, oh no, Gladys unique weapon, Gladys himself getting nerfed. We have to like, at very least, I mean, I've seen online games when they nerf the hero, they actually give you a ticket to actually ask if you decide to swap it or not. But then again, if you think about, I mean, like I said, there are actually people who will like Glady at least. There were people who actually like him.
it's so rare.
And
The
it's so rare
Glady,
nowadays.
the Glady, his prime Glady is nowhere near the Glady today.
Yes. The Glady, I mean, but even today, even if you give the Glady's buff today, like way back then, like, okay, that is a 2017 Glady buff, we nerf him and 50% damage down. Oh, we give him back his buff back. But he still cannot out DPS someone like Rebel Claws or DLK or
That's
even
different.
other heroes. There's no way, man.
It's a different galaxy.
It's a different galaxy away, man.
It's a different multiverse of damage now. I mean, like, he's just there. That's it. Glad he's just there.
I mean, it may sound like I'm way a bit off topic, but I just want to let you guys know that I've been in this game for a long time, so I can say, speaking from my experience, what happened at least. So just for you guys to know what happened way back then. Okay, so going forward to around 2019, the Soul Weapon came.
Here we go. I knew it. I knew this would come up.
Yeah, I mean, the unique treasure is, for me, unique treasure released in 2018 is kind of for me because it's actually kind of necessary to strengthen the heroes. Some heroes maybe like they really need that, and some heroes don't. And then 2018, somewhere at the end of it is actually TP. That's where actually a lot of people quit at the time because it's time gated. There's a time gate issue with that one, but it didn't really impact that much. Actually, it doesn't impact that much. And then we go into Soul Weapon case. That was like 2019, if I'm not wrong. I think it's midway in 2019. And yeah, I think the release of Pansy, man. The release of Pansy, that is super broken
God.
hero. That she actually
the Pansy era. I call
yeah, the Pansy era, man. I mean, she even has her own icon in the app back at the time. So just to promote her. And Kane also got released.
Oh
and
my
he
god,
became-
another one. Too.
Yeah, Kane. When we heard Soul Weapon, we heard Pansy, Kane, and Soul Weapon. That's it. That the three things that really breaks the game pretty hard.
And again,
I mean, then again, they do release the Shackmate. I mean, when do they release Shackmate content? Was it during the?
I think it's the early before early 2020. I guess maybe. I don't know.
I really cannot remember. I think it should be released at the same time. Otherwise, really, yeah, I think it's released at the same time. We can fight Shackmate and the trials. Okay, the trial is very obnoxious back
Oh my
then.
God.
What is so bad? I mean, okay, guys, let me tell you. Imagine if you release a content everyone is looking forward to, and you only get like 10 frags. What the fuck? 10 frags, and that was only like a percentage of making your soul weapon, and that was stage 1. I mean, you increase, and at the time we only have stage 7. Stage 7 is like
Extremely.
35.
And it's extremely hard.
It was so
What
small.
the frick, man? I never mind. This is your stage, but I'll tell you that on my own interview.
like 35 frags, man. 35 frags. What can I do? Can I eat it? or do I have to lucksack the fuck out of the fuck out from Kane? Like, oh, pray God of King Almighty, let me boot so I can get my favorite hero soul frags.
And Marco, how many frags do we need to get one soul weapon?
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000, and you're going to need like 10 from stage 1, and then and like 30. And the fact that when you finish like stage 7, that was back then maximum stage is stage 7. Stage 7 is like a middle finger to you, only 50. Back then it's only 50, and you only have 2 trials. And mind you, it was so freaking difficult back then. It was so freaking difficult, especially when your heroes are limited without a soul weapon, and most of our heroes are budget. And Vespa at the time is very stingy.
And that was
a very horrible experience.
Including me one day clearing. I had one day clearing Earth Trial 6 and 5. But that was already like nerf trial, the first nerf.
It was nerf trial too. The trial gets nerfed today, and the rewards improve as well because Vespa apparently listen, or at least, or from how I say, read the voting polls. So they actually really do improve the rewards.
At least we
but
get
that was
eaters.
But I'm not going to lie. Back then, Soul Weapon is not really that impactful because 1, Vespa is stingy, and 2, just because Vespa is stingy, not everyone is showing. Only those who pay has the advantage back then. And I still paying. I actually pay for that, and I make Luna so buffed, as well as Bernheim too. They become super strong, and that's how I get to Challenger. Yeah, money does work, huh?
That was also, just gonna add it before you go to your third,
Oh, I'm not even done yet.
Oh, okay.
This part, I'm not yet done.
I'm also just want to add that back then also it was the Pansy era. It was still the Pansy era. That
yes.
we're still. It was already like it was like a premonition that we're going to the pay to win category. But it's not
Yeah,
just we can still like the free to play players can still gear up, save up, and can get there.
yeah,
But
but it's
if
very difficult for the free-to-play player. It's
yeah, yeah,
super
yeah.
difficult.
But compare it now, bro. If you compare it now, yeah, it's easy to get some rewards, some gears, but the gap between free to play and the pay to play, it's just obnoxious. It's very far. It's very far already. From the days before, you can like, for example, me, I can go to challenger with just Jane if I
Mm,
get serious with just Jane
yeah.
DPS, by the way, which is
Eh,
already proven by Gwyn, right?
yes.
So now with this kind of meta, we can already see how the difference is. It's just so hard. Before I can
It
just
they're giving out too much. The
yeah,
problem is they give out too much. Like that's why I call it bribe fest. They're literally trying to make the players stay.
and end up nothing.
Yeah. So
That's
that's
it.
that's why I say like I I don't want to say too much about the community, but that's what I think. I'm telling you the truth.
Mhm,
The 50% are actually brain dead. 45% is F2P. They're actually trying to get stronger at least because of limited resources.
Okay, how about the third one you want to talk about?
Oh, I'm not done yet, man. I'm not done
Oh
yet.
god, oh god, okay, 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 okay. Whew, spare me.
Okay.
Okay, what is the next one? Let me see. Let me see if I can still like remember this one too.
Okay, let me see. Okay, we have the soul weapon. And the next thing you know, Vespa in 2020, somewhere in mid, that was a time when they have to release.
Oh,
I think they released
the the duo.
two
Yep.
of the most. No, before
Broken.
that. Yeah, but before those things, I forgot to mention. Vespa actually make the balance, but their balance is way off. It was a little bit after people making opinions about how bad Lorraine is, and then they overbuffed
Oh,
her.
yeah,
There was
numbers.
too much. There is such thing as too much buff. There is such thing too much. Like yeah, I mean I get that. That's why I don't want Luna to get buffed for this reason. Because Vespa will overbuff your hero, makes it unfun.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the fact that Lorraine gets buff, Nyla gets buff, Gao gets buff,
Oh my
this
god,
three hero
I remember
came.
those three.
Yes,
Oh my god,
Gao, Lorraine,
Nyla.
and Nyla. Those three
Oh
gets
my god.
overbuffed so hard. They actually breaks the game way harder than we that we already expected. It already broken the game. I mean, imagine you give a hero that ignores toughness.
Mm-hmm.
Ignoring the arena toughness, which happens of all
Mm-hmm.
potential one-shot brain dead strategy.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
And that's not even speaking about the two other heroes, right?
Yeah, we're not even. I'm not even done yet. I'm just getting
Ah.
started.
And then and let me add on those three, and then they kind of nerfed them a little bit, you know.
They did nerf Night Bruiser Nyla, but the
Lorraine.
S3 Nyla still there. Imagine you have a hero. It's a perk that increase your damage by 40% without any consequences like increase mana by 1 or whatsoever,
Mm-hmm.
and a UT3 that increase another 50%.
That's
That
five
is
star.
90% of damage. Not to mention, it only
Ignores.
costs a 2 mana, ignores toughness, and increase 500 penetration. It's literally free 500 penetration. It's enough to penetrate your asshole so hard you feel.
Is it me or your mic is auto beeping yourself?
Maybe.
Oh god. Yeah. Oh god. Continue. Continue.
Okay, so yeah, they overbuff the heroes. And then there is the 16 hero they buff, which does absolutely nothing.
Oh wait, is that
For real.
uh
The Kaula, it includes Kaula, Maria,
mhm, mhm.
Kaula, the other heroes. the buff is only the Miruru. I think back then Livia's a big winner because she has 300 free crits.
And I think Leo and Malding had got a little bit of rework too under unique weapons.
Yes, they do, and they also make Leo from magic to physical.
True. Yeah.
Oh, but that was way back then for Leo and Bao's case. But all those 16 heroes, they were like, wow, 16 heroes. That was very interesting. And they actually they buff so little, like they are afraid of the Glady scenario. For real, I feel like they're actually afraid of what happened to them, like what happened to Glady does when they nerf Glady.
True, and kind of like mostly don't want to get that mistake reawakened, like the traumatic experience that made their players bye, you know.
Yes,
very
it's
hard.
A very traumatic
It's very hard.
experience.
It's a very hard.
It's super hard. I mean, to
there.
be very fair, it takes weeks to get that 5-star Glady weapon, and that was like on macro, and there's no auto repeat, mind you guys, and you are forced to team up with people. You are forced, man. There's no solo. You put 8 heroes like as you feel like it. No, it doesn't do that. You have to put 3 heroes. Just how do you do in challenge rate? You're forced to.
You cannot do it alone unless you're like a whale sometimes.
No, not even whale can do that back then. Not even whales.
Oh, sorry. Not this guy.
Only 3 heroes. There's no way 3 heroes can clear Black Dragon.
Oh my god, I remember Lefty helping me out. Oh, can you put Jane? Okay, that's it.
Okay, okay, so now that those balance issue came out of the way, I'm going to talk about the 2 of the most broken hero in the world. You guys know, I mean, guess who? It's Fallen Frey and the Dark Lord Cassell. Both of the most broken hero, along with the most broken gear in the game. And we call that the Techno Magic gear.
Broken skills too.
And remember, guys, I want to remind you, the rewards is so pathetic as well, just like how they did to the soul weapon. It's so bad. It's just as bad. I mean, they did improve the soul weapon rewards to 100 for even stage 5, but the Galgora, it's so random. You have like 53 or 51 above. I forgot. I think it's above 50 additional options that you're trying to look for. And there are something as useless as first skill increase, second skill increase +5 or something. Why are you trying to be Elsword?
I think that's like a +7.
I mean, Elsword does that, but that's, I mean, it's Korean thing, man. It's a Korean thing. I don't want to sound racist, but it's actually a Korean thing.
Might that's what we meet that. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just to avoid.
And how should I say? It's yeah, it's so traumatic. I can't even think about it. Yeah. But back then, they make a stupid mistake. So DLK, or that is a short form for Dark Lord Cassell. He has that first skill that hits everyone if he's a frontliner. He literally cheeses everyone because 1, his UT1 actually provides 50% of damage and dispel at the same time, meaning there's no way you can stop that. And 2 is it says increase the stacks by 10, but increase the first skill damage by 80%. So it has mana block, 130% of damage, extra damage too, and a dispel. There's nothing you can do to stop it unless you are super tanky or ungodly amount of HP, but it's not fun to fight against that. But you might be wondering, it's 10 stacks, what can be so wrong? He needs to just attack whack things to get 10 stacks, right? No. And then you see his S4 perk. It literally gives him free 10 stacks.
That's true.
I mean, I will forgive Vespa if they say increase damage but 15 stacks is needed. So he doesn't instantly kills you. But instead, they just leave it that way. That's one of the thing that issues with DLK. Everyone hates him,
Just
and
instantly.
that makes a certain Castle user very upset as well.
Even like the 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 original castle just bonkers because DLK just straight up ignores dodge.
Yeah, I forgot that part. He always hits, just like Cecilia. He always hits.
Yeah. F
And
you,
then there is
lightning.
the Fallen Frey, and who I call Fallen. I'm not going to lower down my tone about the Fallen man.
And
I
when
mean,
they are together, it's just so broken together. When they are together.
they both now are so broken together. I mean, yes, you might say, oh, but she needs 6 mana. That's the reason. If you give her a good amount of mana per attack or mana per second,
That's it.
she gets that in no time.
That's it. And she decreases your mana.
She can dispel. She drains your mana. She can shield and cleanse at the same time in one single button and damage you. Yes,
Mhm.
Fallen does damage, and she's a priest.
Hi.
She's a priest that does damage. What were you thinking, Vespa?
Waving to Valella. Well, special mention to
Even
Valella.
Val is upset. Even Valella is upset. He doesn't like it.
Like, I think I mean, he had a showcase about how ridiculous the damage if you put effort
Yes.
into like, oh
Yeah.
my god, he can.
Mind you, there is one particular keyword that makes Fallen Frey does so much damage.
Mhm.
Remember when I talk about Nyla? Free 500 penetration.
So
Fallen Frey
entire
has that
team.
on the S3. She has that
Entire
free
team.
penetration. That's a keyword.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, and now let's get to a little bit further to Rebel Claws era.
Oh my god, that's like present time. Okay, but before we go there, as you can see, you can hear in the background. Let's finish this very quick. Just gonna be right back. Marco, is it okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm telling a very long story. Like
It's
I have
okay.
traumatic experience.
It's okay. I think we can do this part 2 by sure. I'm gonna make this by parts. It's okay.
Okay, no worries. Sorry about that.
It's okay. No problem. No problem. This is a good New Year's, video though. Be right back. Just a second. Pausing.
Okay.